Hi everybody, no makeup. So let's get going and show you how I get ready super duper fast with my updated foundation routine. So I'm going to do a whole skincare video soon. I already moisturized, I already have on my primer. My primer, I forgot to bring in here, it's just the MAC Prep and Prime, the SPF 51, because I like to have sunscreen to prevent aging and also prevent skin cancer. Okay. So the foundation I'm using, this is Revlon DNA Age Defying, or Revlon Age Defying with DNA Complex. There's a little boy that's going to come say hi real quick. Oh, say hi? Ryan, look. Who's that? Hi! You're so cute.
Stop.
Yeah, Mama's going to do her makeup. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to use my Sigma angled kabuki brush, the F84. And I take about 2 pumps of this, and I just go ahead and pump it onto my hands, like so. And then I just put my brush right into the product, and then I stipple it on my face. So I like to start off with my cheeks, because they're pretty big cheeks, and I just kind of stipple it in, swipe underneath my under eyes, and blend down. It's essential to make these faces when you do your makeup. If you're not making that face, then you're not doing it right. Just so you know. Same thing, go on the other side. Typically when I do my makeup, this whole thing can take me like 5 minutes, my whole face. And I don't always wear foundation every day. If you hear rustling around below me, it's because Ryan is playing with some of my jewelry. It's keeping him satisfied and it's helping me get ready. Forehead, same thing, I just stipple it on at first and then just blend it in. This brush makes it so easy since it's blended, since it's angled, you just go over and just like automatically blends it in. It's just fantastic and easy. If you don't have any brushes, fingers work great too to blend in foundation. I go over my eyelids too just because sometimes I have some discoloration there. Make sure I blend it into my hairline. And go down my neck. This color matches me pretty well. I forgot to tell you, I am in the color Bare Buff number 10. Okay. Once I get that all nice and blended into my face, so it looks like skin and not foundation, I'm going to go ahead and take my concealer. This one I'm using, this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles. This is in the color Light. This isn't even the lightest shade, it's like the second to light shade, but it's really kind of light for me. So I'm using it because I'm going to work with it. You know, I've used that much of it. And I just kind of coat it on there. I go in like a little triangle, like that. Look all silly. I leave it on for a little bit, let it soak it. Then I just go ahead, normally most days I go ahead and go, I go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. The colors I use to fill in my eyebrows are this wedge here and soft brown. I use soft brown because my hair is red, so mixing it with a little bit of wedge just kind of helps give it like a reddy brown tint, if that makes sense. Okay, so then I just go ahead. My eyebrows are horrible. I just fill them in best I can. They grow on different planes of my face, which is annoying. And they're sparse, they're thin, they're just not very nice eyebrows, but I try to make do with it. So I just fill it in just to make. By the time I get my eyebrows filled in, it's ready to blend in that concealer. I just take my ring fingers because that applies the least amount of pressure, and we want to prevent the aging process. I know I look really young, but I swear I'm 26, and I do have lots of gray hair. So I'm going to try and prevent the wrinkles from popping up since I already have gray hair. I don't want wrinkles on top of that. Okay, so like I do, I just pat it in. When you use concealer, typically you want to pat it in because if you know, go back and forth, you're just going to kind of swipe away the makeup. You're not going to get the coverage you might desire. So I just pat it in. And like I said, that concealer is really light. Like, I'm pale, and that is not even the lightest shade in that concealer, and it's really light for me. So I go in with my MAC NW20 Select Moisture Cover, and I just put a little bit on that on the inner corners just to kind of not have my under eyes be like so stark white. Just a couple dots works. Same thing. Hi, pat it in. Yeah? Done. And just pat it in. Really? Okay, so now concealer, foundation is applied. Let's go in with some powder. Yeah. So I just like to set my T-zone just so I'm not super shiny. I'm really not oily. I have more dry skin. But since that foundation is a little bit luminous, I go in with my MAC MSF Natural. This is in medium. And my Sigma flat top kabuki brush. And I just kind of press that into my forehead. And on the nose. And really that's all I worry about setting. I like my cheeks to be dewy and everything else. So then I go ahead, like I set the foundation with like my bronzer, my highlighter and blush kind of deal. So for underneath my eyes and my highlight, this is MAC's MSF Mineral Skin Finish in Lightscapade. I use the same flat top brush. And I just get a little bit on there. Go in for my highlight on my cheekbones. And then I just swipe like that. I know it looks really attractive underneath my eyes to set my eyes. Because this is kind of like an illuminating, brightening powder. So I use that and then I just set underneath my eyes so that my under eyes aren't cakey and they don't crease. And see, I have a nice glow, nice highlight now. You can use any highlighting powder you have. Okay, then I typically go in with my bronzer if I'm wearing bronzer. Sometimes I just skip it, but I will do that today for the purposes of this video. Laura Mercier. What is this called? Matte Bronze. It looks like that. And seriously, this is so pigmented, so just like barely tap. And I just kind of go contour into the hollows of my cheeks a little bit and blend it up. Alright, then blush, my favorite part, blush. I'm going to use like my favorite blush ever. This is Bella Bamba. And I love it. I'm going to use a Sigma F05. That angled brush I use is a Sigma F40. I will list everything below because sometimes I forget what I'm talking about. And I'm just going to get some on the brush. I start on the apples of my cheeks, then I blend it back. Oh, I love blush. Blush makes me happy. Then I just go ahead and blend real quick with that flat top one. Just make sure it's not too clownish, even though I could like apply tons of blush because I love blush. And that's it. Like, and then typically I'll curl my lashes and put on mascara and like I'm out the door. I'm good to go. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Like I said, without talking or explaining things and without being distracted by the little child below me, it takes me about 5 minutes. So, heart y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Hey. Hey. Those are mine. That's my stuff. That's my stuff. What are you doing? What'd you do with all this stuff? What? Ooh, pretty. Pretty. Pretty.